A classic Sicilian defense prince variation emerges in Asian Individual Chess Championships 2025 Open Blitz Round 9, setting the stage for an intriguing battle. On e4. On c5. Knight f3. On d6. On d4. Threatening pawn takes c5. On takes d4 played by Bilguun. Knight takes d4. Knight f6 transposed into Sicilian defense prince variation. On f3. On a6. On c4. On e6. Knight c3. Knight bd7. Bishop e3. On b6. Bishop e2. Bishop b7. Queen d2. Manon's idea is to play on g4. On h6. King castled queenside. Rook c8. On h4. Knight e5. On b3. On b5. On takes b5 and take decisive advantage. Queen c7 played by Bilguun. King castled kingside. Bishop e7. Rook ac1. King castled kingside. Rook fd1. Rook fc8. On b3. Queen d8. Bishop d3. Queen f8. Bishop b1. Bishop d8. On h3 it is novelty move. Bishop c7. Knight de2. Rook ab8. Bishop f4. Manon is planning to play bishop takes d6. Bishop takes d6. Queen takes d6 and seizes the initiative. Knight e5 played by Bilguun. Bishop g5. On h6. Threatening pawn takes g5. Bishop e3 played by Manon. Rook d8. On f4. Threatening pawn takes e5. Knight ed7 played by Bilguun. Queen c2. Knight c5. Threatening knight takes e4. Knight g3 played by Manon. On h5 do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Manon? On b4 is the right idea because Knight cd7. On a3. Rook bc8. Queen e2. Bishop b8. Bishop d3. Manon have small advantage shifting to the main line. On h5. On e5 is not the best move played by Manon. Threatening pawn takes f6. On takes e5 played by Bilguun. Knight takes h5. On e4. Knight takes f6 check. On takes f6. Queen e2. On f5. On b4. Manon considers playing on takes c5. On takes c5. Rook takes d8 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight d3 played by Bilguun. Threatening knight takes c1. Bishop takes d3 played by Manon. On takes d3. Rook takes d3. Rook takes d3. Queen takes d3. Rook d8. Stop here and find the strongest move for Manon. Queen c2 is best move here because Queen takes b4. Knight e2. Queen a3. Queen b3. Rook d3. Rook c3 position is equal. Let's go to the main variation. Rook d8. Threatening rook takes d3. Queen b1 slightly worse move played by Manon. Queen g7. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Manon? Rook c2 is best move here because Queen g3. Rook e2. Bishop takes f4. Bishop takes f4. Queen takes f4. Queen c2. Still Manon is losing. Let's analyze the main variation. Queen g7. Threatening queen takes g2 mate. Queen b2 slightly worse move played by Manon. Rook d3. Threatening rook takes e3. Rook e1 played by Manon. Rook takes c3. On c5. On takes c5. On takes c5. Bishop e4. Bilguun's idea is to play Queen g3. Queen f2. Queen takes f2 check. King takes f2. Rook c2 check. Rook e2. Rook takes e2 check. King takes e2. Bishop takes g2 and establish a winning position. On g4 played by Manon. Rook c2. Stop here and find the strongest move for Manon. Queen takes g7 check is logical continuation as King takes g7. On takes f5. Bishop takes f5. On h4. Bishop d8. Rook b1. Still Manon is losing. Shifting to the main line. Rook c2. Bilguun intends to play Queen takes b2. Bishop d2. Rook takes d2. Rook e2. Rook takes e2. King f1. Rook g2. King e1. Queen a1 mate and establish a winning position. Bishop d4 is an inaccurate played by Manon. Rook takes b2. A tough loss for Manon, who resigned under pressure.